WICR.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roommate Rivalry. Now we are going to officially start our NFL previews. We have been waiting for this for a long, long time, and we're starting it off with the AFC East, a division that is normally owned by one team, but perhaps due to a lot of changes in this division, things could change. We'll go around the table and quickly say who we feel is going to win that division. And I'll start it just with you.
Just winning the division? Oh, the Patriots. Next.
You mean you don't feel the need to expand?
Brady, go.
All right, Joe, let them know what you think.
That's it.
That's all you need.
That's the only reason why they're gonna win, even though they lost a few people. Obviously, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Dolphins stacked up their defense, stacked up their offense this year. Ryan Tannehill improves every single year so far in his 4-year career. Every year he's improved. Last year he threw over 4,000 yards. First quarterback since, second. He's the second Miami Dolphin quarterback to throw over 4,000 yards in a single season. The first quarterback was obviously Dan Marino, the god. But they got rid of Mike Wallace, but quickly replaced him with Kenny Stills, who could do the same thing he did, run fast. And that's really it. They got a veteran to the team, a veteran receiver, Greg Jennings, who's obviously going to bring his probably leadership into the wide receiver core. And the first round pick, Devontae Parker, okay, I don't want to jump and maybe say something ridiculous, but like an Odell Beckham, he's fast, he's tall. I think he's like 6 foot something. I mean, he's coming off an injury, but Devontae Parker was nice in college. And they got Sue. Come on, Sue's an animal. I really think they're going to... the only reason why I believe they're going to win the division is because the Jets don't have a quarterback. They have a solid defense, I'll give them that. They picked up Brandon Marshall. Okay, no quarterback still. Running game, and Chris Ivory, not going to do it. Mm-hmm. Bills, no quarterback, even though Tyrod Taylor's nice in Madden 16. They have no quarterback. They got LaShawn McCoy, though, which gives them a boost. Their receivers, besides Sammy Watkins, are nobodies.
Percy Harvin's isn't a nobody.
Yeah, but when was the last time he had a great season?
No, I'm just saying he's not a nobody.
I'm just saying, though. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's been off. I mean, he could go back to his ways,
he's a
but
big
still.
play. That's a guy.
But still, with no quarterback, like, at least the Jets have Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall. They got some receivers that could help the quarterback situation. I think the Bills don't. The defense is solid, too. I'll give the Bills that. That's the only thing. The defenses in the AFC East are great. I would say they have top defenses with the Jets, Dolphins. Even people say the Patriots, even though they lost Revis, Browner.
Their front four is nice.
I mean, and the Patriots, the only reason why I don't think they'll win the division is because, first of all, Brady's a cheater. They lost some guys on defense. The receiving core, I guess, is still the same. They got Gronk. It's going to be tough for the Dolphins, but I think the Dolphins are going to come out division winners. If they don't come out division winners, which I don't think will happen, they will be in a wild card spot.
Now, I think I want to, before I say who I think it's pretty obvious on this show because of how passionate we all are about football. We wear our colors on our sleeves, our heart on our sleeves. It's pretty obvious who we're all fans are. I'm Eagles fan, Joe Dolphins fan. I mean, Ant's wearing.
I would tell the truth though. If the Dolphins,
what I'm getting into is like, so someone may be watching the show and saying he's being biased. Well, let me tell you this right now. I couldn't agree more. I think the Miami Dolphins are winning this division, and I confidently say that. When you look at this roster, it is one of the deepest rosters in all of football. When you start on the offensive side of things, and you mentioned it all,
I forgot Cameron though, Jordan Cameron.
I was just gonna touch on that. I mean, Ryan Tannehill gets better every single year. Lamar Miller. I mean, I think people could consider a top 10 running back. I don't know top 10, but definitely top 12. Ties a top 12 running back.
He proved himself last year that he can take the spot.
And when you look at the receiving core, Juice is a reception machine.
Thank you.
Greg Jennings is a veteran who can give someone. Ryan Tannehill can rely on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kenny Stills has loads of potential. Loads of it.
Yeah,
Jordan Cameron, when healthy, top 5 tight end. And Devontae Parker might be better than all of them.
Thank you.
It's extremely scary what that offense can do.
And we got our linebacker. Brandon Albert's back at tackle. We got Pouncey back in his known position.
But when I think for me, the Patriots, a lot of people say that with Brady, I think the Dolphins have the best offense in that division, and I think the Patriots have clearly the worst defense.
Yeah.
Now, how I would rank the Jets, Bills, and Dolphins defenses, I don't know. It might literally be 1A, 1B, 1C. It's really that close.
I would say that, not to interrupt you, but I would say the Patriots defense has the worst because the other defenses are so good. That's what I think it is.
Those defenses are
don't get me wrong. The Patriots defense,
Patriots
it's still solid, but compared to the other defenses in that division, it's tough to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff easily the Patriots have the worst division. I don't think that's really a debate.
Worst defense.
Worst defense. Okay. Yeah. So and the reason, since I feel like the Dolphins have the best offense, that's really why I lean Dolphins. I truly have a lot of faith. And it started last year. The more and more Joe put it in my ear, and the more I watched him play and looked at everything, I trust Ryan Tannehill. I think he's going to make a jump. Now, I'm not saying elite top 10. I'm not saying that. But I think he's going to put himself in that mold of the Stafford, Rivers, Flacco, Matt Ryan.
You know when he makes a jump when Walsh is drafting him as his starting quarterback in fantasy.
I mean, listen, and I'm a fantasy guru, so obviously there's something going on here.
Fantasy guru.
Not
we got Walsh draft. How do you feel about Walsh drafting
starting this year?
Tannehill, though.
It's all right.
I got him in my little league, so I'm fine with that. So.
I just think that there is
anything less than a playoff position.
That's completely a bust, and they should not.
They really shouldn't. What's funny though? The Dolphins are, I think, at a level where they're at one of the greatest teams. Obviously not better than the 72 team, and maybe Dan Marino's first year and stuff. But they're at a good. The team is at a very good spot where it was like. From the past, you know what I'm saying, where they were bad, but every other team improved around them, so it's not like it's easy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if it was maybe a few years ago when they had this team, then it would be much easier. But every team in this division has improved a lot. Like
except
the AFC East,
the Patriots. That is the thing. Every team improved a lot. When you look at team by
except
team,
the Patriots. Yeah, you're right.
The Patriots lost key pieces and have key injuries.
Yeah, true.
When you look at, we just mentioned everything about the
Dolphins. They lost their big guy too, Wilfork.
Yeah, no, they lost a lot. Everyone just thinks because number 12 is the quarterback that it doesn't matter.
I mean, you saw how they started last year too. They started 0-2. They got
it took Tom Brady 4 weeks to.
It was crazy. They were thinking about Brady being done with.
People were saying that Brady's done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a stretch. Some people on the show might have dropped him in fantasy, which, that's a little more understandable. Cut the kid a break. But I think that...
See, Walsh jinxes quarterbacks.
I know.
Ryan Tannehill's fine, don't worry.
But I think that when you just look at the other teams... now, and I'll ask you this. You have Dolphins as the number 2 team now?
Yeah.
So
thanks, I'll take that.
So Bills Jets.
That doesn't mean I have them in the playoffs.
I know. But that's understandable because I think that it's going to be. I think you got to win 10 games in the playoffs. I think it's going to be tough.
That's just because the Jets and Bills literally have no quarterback to speak.
Nah, if the Jets, if one of those teams had a quarterback, then it would be. A lot more trouble.
I said if the Jets quarterback was Joe Flacco, I think I might pick them to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, Joe Flacco has done it before.
Why Joe Flacco? Like I don't get. Where do you get Joe Flacco from?
The reason I pick someone like Joe Flacco is because I'm not going to say like Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck, but I'm not going to say like a
average
trash.
quarterback.
I'm saying a little bit above average QB. I think I trust them with Matt Stafford and Matt Ryan.
Okay.
That's how.
What about Tim Tebow?
No, I don't think they go anywhere.
He couldn't even make the Eagles with the offense that's built for him.
The Eagles said he was too good. I know. Yeah.
I mean, Eagles. Now, I'll say though, maybe as one of the closing thoughts of this AFC East breakdown, looking at the other 2 teams, Bills, Jets. Which one do you like better and why? Who wants to start?
Jets because of Fitzpatrick.
I mean, Walsh. Go.
No, go.
No, I thought you were done, but Walsh did explain to me earlier before that the Jets do have Fitzpatrick and they have a better receiving core than the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stick with the Bills though because of LaShawn McCoy, because he is LaShawn McCoy. Even though last year he did okay. Like, it wasn't... Everyone was saying, he did terrible.
He had a bad year for LaShawn McCoy.
Exactly. For someone that was drafted, I think, first in many leagues. All right, yeah. But they still have LaShawn McCoy, who's dangerous in the backfield. They got Sammy Watkins. And, I don't know how Tyrod Taylor's going to do. But I think the Bills are the better team than the Jets. That's how I feel.
To me, it's very close for each team. I think just because I think this year the AFC is going to be as competitive as ever.
Yeah.
But I think maybe a couple years ago, I would say all 4 teams could make the playoffs with these rosters a couple years back.
Do you think the Bills, who haven't made the playoffs since 92, 93, do they make the playoffs this year?
I'm going to say no because
Of the competition?
I just think the competition is so tough. I mean, if I have the Dolphins 1,
Yeah. Well, who do you have 2?
I have to put the Patriots still 2.
Yeah, I'll say 2.
I can't just out of nowhere act like it's still Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still have to give him
it's
that.
still the cheating. You know what I'm saying? It's still the cheater. Still Belichick.
But which is fair to say. You really can't say it's not. The thing is, though, the reason why I say the Jets more than the Bills, when you look at that Jets team, I mean, the potential to be a top 3 defense is there. The receiving core is as good as any core. In regards to the 2 receivers, Marshall and Decker is as good a pair in the NFL as any.
It kind of sucks for Marshall, though. He hasn't really had a good quarterback.
He doesn't.
When he was with the Dolphins, he had Chet Henne. Jay Cutler's Jay Cutler. He's throwing picks. Who else? Oh, now he has Fitzpatrick. He would have had Geno Smith, who was worse.
Trash.
Yeah.
So,
and who do you have in Denver? He had, I think, Kyle Orton.
Yeah, I mean,
they did good actually together.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's Kyle
Because
Orton.
it was Brandon Marshall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Imagine if he had someone.
He gets the Larry Fitz treatment in a way. Not to
at least Larry Fitz had Kurt Warner though, and now he has Carson Palmer.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Even someone like Andre Johnson, who you have to be happy for, finally got injured luck. But that's the reason to me is outside of that QB position, because I don't know how much you can trust Fitzpatrick. I think the Jets' depth and just overall roster is much better than what the Bills are. Yeah. Which I think is a fair assessment. Now, that is all for the AFC East. When we get back, we're going to do some AFC North. We're going to throw it over to Joe for the campus update.
Quick campus update. Iona men's soccer team is playing Stony Brook for the home opener tomorrow at 4:30. They currently have 2 losses and 1 tie, but they played. Give them some credit. They played some tough teams, and Duke and I think it was James Madison. But tomorrow, 4:30, Iona men's soccer team.
Rocking the night away on WICR.